Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whenever it is you're tuning in. Welcome to Ticket Price Special Episode. I am your co-host, Jake. With me, as always, sitting across the way, the only man. When told he is attending a black tie affair, came in a tuxedo t-shirt. Tevis at Master Control. Tevis, how are you, you slob?
Hey, nobody told me I had to wear pants either, but I got pants on.
You know what? Thank God for that. You are right, sir.
These are my best PJ bottoms.
Oh yeah, they don't have the asshole.
It's just in them.
Just in them. Both of them.
I'm doing wonderful. I'm excited for this episode.
I am as well. And if I look slightly to my left, unlike Dr. Loomis, special guest in studio, once again, the only notable woman, when told she was attending a black tie affair, had the audacity to attend in a tuxedo that cost more than mine.
That's because I'm not a slob.
Tevis. Wait, you're calling me a slob because you have more money to spend on your tuxedo.
Well, that just came right around on you, didn't it?
God damn it.
I
Well,
had to use my college funds for this.
I don't know what that means. Your college funds.
Yes.
Isn't that a card you get in the game of life?
You get college funds in the game of life?
I didn't get funds. I just had to pay funds. I got bills. Tevis, you got bills?
I got a shit ton of bills. That's the only thing I got in the game of life.
In the game of life, there are winners, there are losers, and there are Tevises. which are losers, but quicker. So,
In the shitty tuxedo t-shirt.
I told you it was a black tie affair. Now, if you're listening, you may be wondering, why is it a black tie affair? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Ticket Price Awards. Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone. We have a live audience here. Clearly. Not
They're-
piped in at all.
They're alive.
And everyone is definitely here by choice.
Yes. Nobody's tied to a chair.
Somebody
Nobody's
help
been
me.
chloroformed.
Oh my
Nope.
gosh.
Did you ever see Burt Wonderstone?
No.
Sarah, you ever seen Burt Wonderstone?
No, I have not.
Where they're like, there's the one trick we never figured out, the disappearing audience. And they just end up finding a way to gas everyone in the audience to render them unconscious. It looks like fog for the show. And they just drug everyone, load their unconscious bodies into like a U-Haul, and then drive them somewhere else.
Jesus.
And they're like, surprise! How did you get here? As everyone slowly like wakes up. It's a lot like that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Shout out to all my
scared.
Burt Wonderstone fans out there. There's dozens of us. Dozens! No, we wanted to take a moment. Keeping it together as always, Tevis. Thank
Jesus. Jesus.
you. Jesus. Stephen is my name. Jesus. Everyone, you're ruining my show. We wanted to take a moment to appreciate all the films that we have discussed over the course of the show thus far, looking back from when we started to, February, through February. And we wanted to give proper recognition where recognition is due. It's that general award season, except unlike those, phallic-esque golden statues that rich people give to other rich people in some kind of circle jerk. These are important. These are the awards that matter. They are by the common people for the deserving. I was going to call them common people, but they're not. Some of them are. We'll get there. I think we're ready to begin. Let's hear it from the audience. Which this joke is even funnier without any of the definitely not piped in noise. All right, now.
I might not even pipe anything.
Crickets.
Just
One person.
The slow clap. Love that joke. All right. Let's kick things off because we have many awards for many, many deserving people.
First award of the evening. This award, we had an idea on our first 3 episodes to give an award to the people who've been in our show the most. That was a mistake. So we are giving a special award. It's the Meredith Burton Award, named after the 2 actors who were in the episodes the most at the very beginning. Burgess Meredith for Grumpy Old Men and Rocky, and Tony Burton for Rocky and The Shining. We are going to put this award on the back burner for a while until we can get a definitive winner. And we don't have 35 people tied at 2. So there it is. First award of the evening, the Meredith Burton Award.
Arguably, our second or third most prestigious award on the show. And one of the reasons we wanted to start with that one, obviously. There could be no other recipients for the inaugural Meredith Burton Award. And you know what? They won at the same time. I mean, come on. So obvious. And now, we will never speak of it again until the next award show, where we're just like, hey, you know who won? This one person! And I never have to do this again.
It's going to be hilarious if we're still tied at 2.
I lose. Well, no, see, now it all resets.
That's true. That is true.
Moving on to our next award. The award for Best Film based off previously published work or works. The nominees are The Shining, The Foreigner, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Where the Crawdads Sing, Jurassic Park, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and Die Hard. Here comes the jury's foreman with the envelope. Thank you. Thank you. And the winner is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Would you like to say something?
I love this movie. It is probably one of the, like, my favorite movie used to be I can't remember the name of the movie.
Rocky. It's Rocky.
Gross.
Oh gosh, it was a Robin Williams movie.
Popeye.
No, The Dead Poets Society used to be my favorite movie, and then I watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and then that became my favorite.
They're
movie.
very similar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. On a coherent train of thought, we realized we had so many films that we had covered so far based off books, comics, whatever, that we wanted to do this award, and we actually nominated every movie that qualified. And the jury was out for a decent amount of time on this one. But in the end, the decision was made, and I think top to bottom, Into the Spider-Verse, probably the best all-around movie in this category.
Oh, absolutely. From top to bottom, that movie is damn near perfect in every way. So, yeah.
It is perfect.
That's a bold statement, but
It's a bold move, Cotton. Jesus. Well, we're just going to move on before Sarah gets real worked up about this again.
Okay. I have a special award to give out for the most quotable characters and movie. Drum roll, please.
You don't have to do it yourself. We have a small budget. We don't have a big budget, but we have drum roll budget.
It will be Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. Yay.
You are bringing the whole vibe down. I regret inviting you back. First, you defend Rocky. Then you made us watch while you were sleeping. And now you're ruining the awards show.
That wasn't my intention. I'm trying to make it more lively.
Stop.
This award could only go to Val Kilmer for this character. Every single time he delivers any kind of line in this movie, it's a quotable line. And it's great. He is by far the best part of Tombstone.
That's a bold claim, too. I'm not arguing. I'm just stating the facts as they are presented. We were coming up, our panel of
Secret judges.
jurors.
Yeah, secret. They're secret.
That were selected by counsel to represent these cases, to hold the responsible parties responsible. But as we were coming up with award categories, we realized all of our awards for like quotable lines, line delivery, blah blah blah, XYZ, they were all going to Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday in Tombstone. So we had to create this special award for an actor who does a phenomenal job playing a magnificent part in one of the all-time greatest movies.
Absolutely. It is definitely the best Western I've ever seen.
They kept the light on for me. On 4.
Oh, hey, it's me.
God damn it. Everyone give me everything and sit down.
Aren't we all sitting?
Who has 3? It wasn't in the
Oh,
pile.
okay.
The Uno pile.
That was a clever and accurate description.
Did I say
so we could understand? I don't need your sass. You guys are ruining my award show. I've spent so long on this. Look at all these people I trapped to get here. This is legitimate, the Riddler levels of nonsense I have concocted to get these people here.
This closet is full.
I want to know about you and your closet.
I wasn't going to say anything, but
Okay, so the award for Best Line, the nominees are Braveheart. I'm pretty sure you're fucked. Jurassic Park. Are there going to be any, dinosaurs on this dinosaur tour? The Thing. Yeah. Fuck you too. Grumpy Old Men. Morning, dickhead. Die Hard. Sadly, Mr. Takagi won't be joining us for the rest of his life. And National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Shitter's full. Did you check our shitters, honey? Okay, so I got the envelope. The winner is Braveheart. We're pretty sure you're fucked.
The Lord tells me he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure you're fucked.
So this one, again, this was another fairly hotly debated one. We had a lot of good nominees. We had a lot of good lines to go through. But I think we all pretty well agreed. Steven just crouched, shield over his head, arrows raining down. The arrowhead goes through the seam of William Wallace's shield. And Steven just looks over as hell is raining down. He's like, the Lord tells me he can get me through this. But he's pretty sure you're fucked. And it was obvious, was it not? Obvious.
Yeah, I mean, Steven in Braveheart is a lot like Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Yeah.
almost every line he delivers is freaking great. And yeah, he definitely deserved this award.
I think the Jurassic Park line is a close second.
Oh, there's a reason it was nominated.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I have right here with me award for worst line delivery. Okay. And we have some nominees here. Shelley Duvall from The Shining. We call him Doc sometimes. You know, like the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Karen Allen from Raiders. I was a girl. I was in love. Zoe Saldana. You're like a child from the Avatar. And Charlie Sheen from Young Guns. Bleh.
Nailed it.
And the winner is Zoe Saldana. You're like a child from the Avatar.
Well deserved.
The Avatar.
Well deserved.
Worst
award
line delivery.
winner.
I'm not gonna lie, my vote was I was a girl, I was in love. But you know what? At the end of the day, points were made, and I could not argue. You're like so bad.
My favorite one was the bleh, or he sounds like a cat just throwing up in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
But you know, you can't.
You know, I do have a cat, and they.
That's what he
They
sounds like. Is he
do.
saying Billy?
Billy.
But no, I want to say that's Zoe Saldana. Definitely good pick. Good pick
For the Avatar.
for the Avatar. Worst line delivery.
Now, I think it is fitting that we all had a nice chuckle at Charlie Sheen's character, Dick, in Young Guns, and that horrible line delivery. Because our next award is a special award for best, air quotes, accent. And I would like to present this to none other than Mr. Charles Sheen for his portrayal of Dick in Young Guns. Bleh. Thank you, Charlie, for the worst Western accent I have ever heard.
It does make me laugh a lot every time I hear it, though. So I want to thank him for that.
What are you, Gall Dern? Something. He's borderline Yosemite Sam at one point.
What did he say? Fargan?
Fargan.
Yeah.
Are you out of your Fargan mind?
He made up a new word.
Yeah.
I guess.
He needs to find a new career. Okay, so I have the Best Monologue Award. The nominees are Gladiator, My Name is Maximus, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Hallelujah and Holy Shit, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Fuck, Fuckity, Fuck, and The Shining, Give Me the Bat. And the winner is Gladiator.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true Emperor Marcus Aurelius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.
I mean,
Chills.
come on. Chills. So beautifully written. It's powerful. It's delivered at the perfect moment in the scene. The scene builds up to this moment, making the monologue that much better. And Russell Crowe delivers it with tempered intensity. He's not delivering a wrestling promo. Like so many actors could very easily go over the top with this. You can tell he's keeping composure, but just under the surface, he is a volcano ready to murder Commodus. This is an award that not all of our presenters knew about. So this is a bit of a treat.
Ooh.
The award for the best only man joke made on the Ticket Price podcast from The Foreigner, and the only man who watched the movie Wonder in theater and said, "That kid has a punchable face." From Lethal Weapon, the only man that likes his women like he likes his trucks. White and with a wide wheelbase. From our Godzilla Showdown episode, and the only man so bad at everything he does, he could break an anvil. And from Die Hard, and the only man taking advice from the book 10 Easy Steps to Save a Marriage by John McClane. And the winner is from Lethal Weapon, and the only man who likes his women like he likes his trucks. White and with a wide wheelbase.
It's the way I like my women, my trucks, and my rice. Damn it.
When I first heard that on the podcast, I had to pause because I was laughing so hard.
I am proud of that one. Actually, all of the nominated ones, all 4 of those in particular hold a special place in my heart. And this was a voted on topic, just not voted on by you, Tevis. And I feel like the winner was there.
The winner is there.
The winner is there.
The winner.
Although the darkest part of my soul still loves the one about you saying the kid from Wonder has a punchable face. But it didn't win, but it did get nominated.
All right. So I have here one of my personal favorite awards. Award for Best Eyebrows. Okay?
Oh.
So our nominees are, of course, Peter Gallagher from While You Were Sleeping and David Hemmings from Gladiator. Okay?
Ooh.
Battle of the
And-
Brows.
Battle of the Brows.
Battle of the Brows.
Brow battle.
So, of course, naturally, our winner is Peter Gallagher from While You Were Sleeping, which he totally could have stopped himself from falling onto the train tracks with his eyebrows had he been landing that way.
You know, I think had he been conscious, he could have just shot his eyebrows out Spider-Man style and just stopped the train. So, Peter, obviously, you know, we love you and we just humbly wish to present to you the Golden Eyebrow Award.
So in the movie, he falls backwards, but he hits the front of his head.
Yes.
So we all know that there's no way in hell his head hit the rail because his eyebrows would have acted like airbags and prevented him from hitting anything.
Now, are you saying that they're just naturally so voluminous and magnificent that it would have been like falling on cushions, or that they would have been like airbags where he would have fallen on those magnificent caterpillars, and then they would have somehow grown and expanded outward and been even more majestic, like an airbag does?
Exactly, yes.
There would have been a poof, and then they'd be even larger.
Absolutely.
So you're saying Peter Gallagher has a Super Saiyan form, and it's just instead of his hair gets all golden and spiky, it's his eyebrows.
Get larger, yes.
That man's eyebrows are thicker than my future.
Someone listening to this show, please, as a personal favor to me, write in the comments what the fuck that statement means. Because I have no idea and I need some help.
I want to see Peter Gallagher in a VO5 commercial with all the volume.
Oh, yeah. But it's
With
just as...
With the wind blowing through his
Oh my
eyebrows.
goodness.
I mean, they're magnificent.
They are magnificent.
Easy breezy cover girl.
Okay, so now we have another award for hair. This is a special award for best facial hair. And of course, there's only one winner. Because it's Kurt Russell for The Thing and for Tombstone. In The Thing, he has a glorious beard. Magnificent beard.
It's legitimately beautiful.
Yes. And in Tombstone, the most amazing mustache I've ever seen on anyone ever in my life. That mustache is a piece of art.
And it's historically accurate.
It is amazing.
And, I know I'm looking at the younger kids these days, and I know mullets and mustaches are coming back. And every person I see with a mustache, it just looks awful. Because it's weak and it's thin and it's just wispy. They're not good. And everyone's like, no, that guy has a great looking mustache. I'm like, no, he doesn't. That mustache looks like crap. And I realized, I think men like Kurt Russell have ruined facial hair for me. You want to talk about unrealistic body expectations? Unrealistic facial hair expectations. Kurt Russell. Magnanimous. Cards are upside down.
It sounds
All right.
like a you problem.
Oh, you're about to have a lot of problems. All right. Our next award. This award goes to the movie and character that features the worst wardrobe. The Worst Wardrobe Award. And the nominees are Grumpy Old Men, John Gustafson, Gustafson's date outfit. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Cousin Eddie's Christmas dinner shirt, and Dickie. Braveheart, William Wallace's helmet. Alien, everyone. Hypersleep underwear. And from John Carpenter's The Thing, MacReady's hat. And the winner is... Oh, look! We all know the winner. We can all see the winner coming as he has to back out of a helicopter because it's so big and stupid and useless. MacReady's hat, everyone. Let's give it up for the single worst piece of wardrobe in cinema history.
I just want to say, I did not vote for this. So the committee is all to blame. The jury, the panel,
The captives, whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
the prisoners,
whatever descriptor you like. Yeah.
Whatever you want to call them. So I blame them so they don't get any food tonight.
Dang it.
Well, not with that attitude.
Okay, I have an award here for the most grandfatherly. Okay, and the nominees are John Hammond from Jurassic Park, Marcus Aurelius from The Gladiator, John Gustafson from Grumpy Old Men, and Dick Halloran from The Shining. All right. And the winner is Marcus Aurelius from The Gladiator. Most grandfatherly award.
Yes, the Gladiator.
Or Gladiator,
Does the card say the?
It does not.
Would you like to guess why?
Because it doesn't have the word the.
Oh!
I'm going to start putting the in front of everything.
Those and apostrophe S's.
The Groundhog Day.
It's the Groundhog's Day.
I can't wait for my turn.
No, so this one for me, actually I really liked this category that we came up with. John Hammond got real close, Yahoo, right? But Marcus Aurelius, we don't get a lot of time with him, but all of the moments with him and Maximus is just love. There's so much love on the screen. And then even when he's like with Commodus or Lucilla, he's gentle and he's kind and he's understanding and he has that infectious smile that just warms your spirit, you know. I just want to sit down next to him, you know, in front of the fireplace, and he can tell me stories as old people are akin to do, and we can just drift off.
If he would have just shown some of that love to his son, we wouldn't have had a movie.
But he did.
Not
Maximus.
enough. Yeah, Maximus.
Totally his son, Maximus.
You're
Oh,
the
my
son I
goodness.
never had.
You're the son no, I believe
But-
it's you are the son I should have had. Oof.
Damn.
I will say that I feel like John Hammond would have won this award had he not brought his grandchildren to an island full of dinosaurs.
No, actually, that was one of the main reasons he was on this list.
Oh, really?
Now, he probably would have won had he not been really cheap on security and safety and the actual creation of the park
The behind the scenes stuff that
that people wouldn't see.
Yeah, the people wouldn't see.
And endangered his grandchildren with rampaging dinosaurs. If
Right.
your grandfather went, Sarah,
Hmm.
I have cloned dinosaurs and I'm making an amusement park. Come see how awesome this is. Huh?
Nah,
Huh? Well, then you and I clearly had different grandfathers. Because I went when I was offered.
I was offered, and all there was a flea circus.
I could see the fleas.
Look,
Mommy, I
mommy,
could
look
see
at
the
the little
fleas.
trapeze fleas.
That should have been a nominee for best monologue.
The way he says fleas too.
Did you see the fleas?
Fleas, little trapeze fleas on the unicycles.
Jesus. All right. Our next award is for the biggest bastard. This is not an award for worst villain or best villain, you know, however you want to word it. This is an award that goes to the character that you look and you just realize that this person is just a crusty, old, bitter bastard of a person. And our nominees are Proximo from The Gladiator, Childs from The Thing, Colonel Quaritch from The Avatar, and Mrs. Deagle from The Gremlins. And the winner is Proximo from The Gladiator. What a crusty bastard is Proximo. What just a bitter, self-absorbed, I hate everything bastard is Proximo.
He grabs the guy by the balls and is like, "You sold me queer giraffes." You know that's not the first time he's had to get physical with somebody.
Handsy. He knew exactly how to place his fingers for maximum ball grab.
Enough, yeah. The finger placement, the right amount of twist and pull.
like picking an apple.
Yeah, yeah, without damaging
Wow.
the stem too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite an analogy.
Yeah. I mean, he could have just ripped them things off like a paper towel, but he didn't.
But see, that's not the effect he was going for.
Exactly.
He was not. We talked about this during the Gladiator episode. There's a correct amount of tension and pressure to apply based on the situation you're in. He wasn't trying to permanently damage this guy. He was just trying to get the deal he felt he deserved. It was a negotiation tactic, so he used negotiation levels of squeeze and pull.
Very effective.
It was very effective. Pikachu uses ball grab. It's very effective. It's super effective. Shout out to the Pokemon fans.
Okay, the next award we have is for the worst parents. The Worst Parents Award. Nominees are Cousin Eddie and Catherine for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, the mother from Where the Crawdads Sing, Rand Peltzer from Gremlins, Wendy Torrance, The Shining, Ms. Myers from 2007's The Halloweens. And our winner is everyone's favorite inventor,
Stu Pickles?
Rand Peltzer
Oh, that's
from
right.
Gremlins.
Stu Pickles was actually a great father.
This guy spent so much time and so much money on his shitty inventions that his son had to stay at home and live at home to pay the bills,
Working at a bank.
making way more money than I'm sure his dad made, selling smokeless ashtrays and hammers that the head tilted back and forth on its own, and coffee machines that spit out black goo.
Yeah, but how much juice did his orange juicer get from that one orange? My God!
Yeah, I understand that, but if you had,
It just didn't go in the cup.
there's no way to catch it all.
That's true. Man, fuck Rand Peltzer. I hate this guy. You know what? I'm not even done. Everyone's looking at me because now Gremlins has come up, but I will not sully our award show, our fine award show, with any more talk about this drivel. We will move on. And our next award. This is the Best Surprise Actor Award. And if you're new to the show and don't know what we're talking about, several films that we have featured have had surprise actors that we have denoted with surprise. Because they're not even, they're credited, but they're not advertised. They're not in the opening credits. You don't know they're there till you see them and you're just going, surprise! There's so-and-so. And the nominees are, surprise! Judge Reinhold, Gremlins. Surprise Billy Bob Thornton, Tombstone. Surprise Julia Louise-Dreyfus, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And surprise Kevin Bacon, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And the winner is Kevin Bacon, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Absolutely.
This was another one that the jury was out for a while, but ultimately it was agreed upon that the Kevin Bacon surprise best suited the award because he doesn't even get dialogue. His role in the movie is so inconsequential. Literally anyone from a bum on the street to the highest paid actor in Hollywood could have done it, and it would have been the same. But you're just watching and going, is that Kevin Bacon?
I will say I haven't seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in a while. And so when I was listening to the podcast and you were like, surprise, Kevin Bacon, I was like, I don't remember Kevin Bacon being in this movie.
That's what makes it even better.
You tell someone this story and they go, Kevin Bacon's in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? Like they can't even fathom the idea or the concept that he's in. And that makes him the best surprise actor.
Yeah, because they're going through the list of people that they remember seeing, and it's like he's in it for like less than a minute, it seems like.
Doesn't say a word.
Doesn't say a word, just gives glares. So awesome.
All right, our next award is actually one that I hold near and dear to my heart. The award for Best Male Nudity. The nominees are Martin Riggs, Lethal Weapon. Timestamp 6 minutes, 33 seconds of the director's cut DVD. Goldman from Grumpy Old Men, getting ready for that date in the bathtub. The entire Scottish army from Braveheart. And good old Bob from Halloween as he goes to get another beer. And the winner is... Am I building up the suspense?
No.
Is everyone on the edge of their seat wondering who could possibly have won for Best Male Nudity? And the winner is Martin Riggs, Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon, Director's Cut DVD timestamp 6 minutes and 33 seconds.
What a shock.
I think you could talk about that on your own podcast.
This is my own podcast.
Well, I meant just you.
Just nothing but him, and it's just titled Naked Mel Gibson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean.
First of all, why would I have a podcast about my own website? That's overkill. That's ridiculous. That's redundant.
No one was surprised at this.
www.nakedmelgibson.
Okay. All right. I have here an award for Worst Performance Male Actor. Okay. And the nominees are Vin Diesel from The Fast and the Furious, Paul Walker from The Fast and the Furious, Scatman Crothers from The Shining, and Charlie Sheen from Young Guns. And this had a since this is on here twice, it had a 50% chance of being the winner. So you can guess it is Paul Walker from The Fast and the Furious.
Well deserved. Well deserved award.
Yeah, breakout star my ass.
I have nothing to say about this movie, so
Neither do I. Moving on. Good Sir Tevis. You are that is primed, ready to unload something.
Well deserved. That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
all right. Moving on to Worst Performance Female Actress. Okay, our nominees are Karen Allen from Raiders of the Lost Ark, Zoe Saldana from Avatar.
The Avatar.
The Avatar.
The avatars.
Veronica Cartwright from Alien, Michelle Rodriguez from, you guessed it, The Fast and the Furious.
The Fast and the Avatar.
All right. And the winner is Michelle Rodriguez from The Fast and the Furious. So, worst performances from The Fast and the Furious.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Hard won. They went hard for these awards. We even went, pardon the pun, it's unintentional, but we encouraged them to pump the brakes a little. And they went, no, we live our lives a quarter mile at a time. And they wanted to make sure they won these awards by a landslide, and they did. All right. All right.
Well deserved.
Now that the dreck is out of the way, our next award will go for Best Supporting Actor. And the nominees are Val Kilmer, Tombstone, Carl Weathers, Rocky, David O'Hara, Braveheart, Jeff Goldblum, Jurassic Park. And the winner is Val Kilmer, Tombstone.
Easy. That one was easy. There was no.
It was easy, but when you really think about the other nominees, that just only goes to show how strong of a performance Val Kilmer gives as Doc Holliday in Tombstone.
Now, since this is the first time his name has been brought up, Carl Weathers, as of this recording, had passed away like 4 days ago.
Yes.
And looking back on his career, on the things that he has been a part of, everything that I've watched him in, he is either the best part of it or a close second.
Oh, yeah.
And I just wanted to throw that out there. I mean, he was easily the best part of Rocky.
Yeah, but why would you tarnish his memory with such a low bar?
That's true. That is true. But, I mean, Rocky and
Dylan,
Predator.
you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And then the hand clasp, like men.
Yeah, he was in The Mandalorian. He was awesome in that. Man, he just...
Happy Gilmore, Chubbs.
Happy Gilmore, which I don't like the movie, but he was so good in that.
It wouldn't let me play on the Pro Tour anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. Because you're black? Hell no! Damned alligator bit my hand off! Oh my god! Hooked my ball down in the rough down by the lake. Damned alligator just popped up! He got me. But I tore one of that bastard's eyes out. Look at that! You're a sick man, Chubbs.
So yeah, he's definitely going to be missed.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to Best Supporting Actress. And the nominees are Anne Margaret from Grumpy Old Men, Orla Brady from The Foreigner, Laura Dern from Jurassic Park, Sophie Marceau from Braveheart. I have no idea if that's how you say her name, so I apologize.
It's Mufasa.
But
Sophie Mufasa.
I do want to appreciate how hard you went for it, though. Like the Fast and the Furious cast going for Worst Performance Awards, you went hard for it.
All right. The winner for Best Supporting Actress is Anne Margaret from Grumpy Old Men.
Hot.
I actually really liked Laura Dern in Jurassic Park.
Laura Dern's fantastic in
Oh,
Jurassic Park.
She's fantastic.
They're all fantastic.
But Anne Margaret.
But Anne Margaret, man.
Hot.
Man.
Is that why she won?
No. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say you haven't seen Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah, I haven't
There
seen
it is.
Grumpy
Because
Old
if
Men.
you had, you would know.
If you know, you know. Yeah.
If you know, you know.
So I have the award for Best Visuals Practical.
Ooh.
Nominees: Jurassic Park, The Thing, 1954's Godzilla, Alien, and Raiders of the Lost Ark. And the winner is John Carpenter's The Thing. Watching this movie recently, like we had to for the pod, those effects still stand up.
Most of them.
I mean, the ones that are good are freaking phenomenal. There's a few that are kind of bad.
Windows.
But they were bad even back then.
They were already bad.
They were already
They didn't
bad.
become bad.
But no, watching it, man, I enjoyed it so much.
And there's so much we could talk about all these nominees. But we don't have time for that. But I could even sing praises to Raiders, and I hate that movie. But no, John Carpenter's The Thing it will still elicit a physical response. And isn't that what you're going for?
That's all you need. So sticking with the best visuals categories, I have best visuals CGI. The nominees are Jurassic Park, Avatar, Godzilla -1, and Gladiator. The winner, Avatar.
Everyone's looking at me for some kind of emotional outburst, to which there will be none at this moment in time.
You're like a child.
You're like a child. as much as I hate this movie for absolutely everything it attempts to do, this film changed the game for how movies are made and how computer generated effects are done. As much as I can't stand anything about this film or the series now, I guess, you can't deny when a film goes above and beyond and breaks new ground. Godzilla 54, The Shining, and the creation of the Steadicam. Avatar's game changing, and this award I think this award shows that.
I agree. Absolutely.
All right, moving on. Our next award is a special award. We went through the visual effects awards, and we thought something was missing So we created another special award to honor an all-time great. So the special award for timeless visuals. And that goes to Jurassic Park, the T-Rex attack.
Mm.
This movie is 30 years old. And nothing about that whole sequence has aged a day. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic. It's shot. It's scored. It's acted magnificently. And when you watch it, you're just sitting there going, oh my God, there's a real T-Rex.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Their blend of computer and practical,
Seamless.
animatronics, puppetry, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
And the way it moves too, like none of it would matter if it looked good and it didn't move like realistically, then it wouldn't have the same effect. But the way that it moves, and like especially when it's chasing the car, and like you could see how terrified Jeff Goldblum is, and you're just like, oh my gosh, he's gonna get eaten by this T-Rex.
Objects in mirror are closer than they
Yeah.
appear.
Like, that entire sequence is just so terrifying, but like thrilling, and it looks so real.
All right, sticking with the visual awards. This is the award for worst visuals.
I mean, there had to be one, right?
Right.
Absolutely. The nominees: Gremlins, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and The Fast and the Furious. And the winner is The Fast and the Furious.
Ooh.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
If I may.
Absolutely.
The fact that this movie even got nominated irritates me to my core. And I wish to elaborate. You have a movie grounded in reality. It's about street racing. It's about racing cars. This is something that you could, in fact, just do and film. And you could have, they already had stunt drivers for many of the sequences. What they could have done, like the classic car movies of old, the original Italian Job and, you know, all these others, is given us beautifully shot, high octane intensity car racing.
Mm.
And what did we get? CGI garbage. The cars look terrible. The compositing of the actors in the cars look terrible. Why did they even do this?
I mean, I think they were going for the realistic aspect to put the actual actor in the car, but man, they did a terrible job of handling that. It looks flat when the cars are coming towards the screen, and it's like cut out, almost cardboard cutout.
It looks awful.
It looks awful.
Why didn't they just use real cars? There's like no excuse for that. You could have just gotten a real car.
They already had the car, right? They had the cars. They had stunt drivers.
Yeah, they did some of the actual car stunts, like actually doing it.
Like the car flip at the end.
Car flip
just
at the
pull
end.
your head out of your ass and film a car race.
Yeah, I mean, and they could even have the actors in the car and have them coming towards the camera at a slower pace, but then just speed the film up.
There's so many tricks of the trade you could do.
But they decided to go with the terrible compositing and CGI and green screen, and it looks like something an amateur threw together.
Mm.
If you were in your dorm room, you come in from class, your buddy's at the computer, and he goes, dude, come here, you gotta see what I just did. And you go over, and this is what he's been working on all weekend, and this is what he shows you, and that's awesome. You know when it's not awesome? In a feature film with worldwide distribution and a budget.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Please, can we move on from this?
All right. Well,
Moving on.
on.
Maybe I should talk about Gremlins.
No, wait. Ho. Oh. Well, I am happy to give out this award for Best Jakeism. So Jake's wonderful one-liners that have been on this podcast so far.
Or nonsense. Just sometimes real weird things come out of my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a phrasing issue just then, wasn't there? I said it, I heard it, and I went, that was weird.
I ignored it. Yeah, it was really tough.
Just weird things shooting out of my mouth.
All right. Moving on. The nominees are Holiday. That spider is roughly the size of a White Castle slider. Fur Pocket. And snow is water! It's wet! Water is wet! All right. And the winner is That spider is roughly the size of a White Castle slider.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That one had me rolling.
And that is now the official unit of measurement for the Ticket Price podcast.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about imperial, their standard, metric. Nah, son, White Castle sliders. I also want to point out that 2 of our nominees were from the same episode of Into the Spider-Verse. Apparently, I was on a roll.
On fire
for
that
that one.
episode. I feel like Fur Pocket would have been a
Ooh.
close second.
Fur
Which-
Pocket holds a special place in my heart, too.
Yes, they do. Wait, what are we talking about?
Continuing.
Moving on.
Yes, moving on. I have an award for Best Score. So nominees are Jurassic Park, John Williams, Godzilla -1, Naoki Sato. I hope that's how you say that.
That's close enough.
Close enough? Okay.
Naoki Sato.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, John Williams once again. Braveheart, James Horner. And the winner is Jurassic Park, John Williams. I'm not surprised.
What were you doing
Oh,
with your mouth
no.
as you made that noise?
Making music come out of. You gotta enunciate those sounds.
Yes, you do. John Williams, you magnificent bastard.
I was going to put the score in editing with that recorder, but I don't have to now. So,
No,
So thank you. You saved me a lot of time.
thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
This piece of music is so beautiful. It can be played like they do it at the end on the piano.
Mhm.
Mhm.
The really low, slow musical score that they had at the beginning there for a while. Even in the tender moments, and then just the big, loud, majestic, like deep,
Mhm.
awesome, amazing, phenomenal. This is a beautiful piece of music.
Good lord, he broke his thesaurus out.
Yes.
Yes.
Get them synonyms.
I will say that if you play this anywhere, I feel like a lot of people will immediately
Oh, absolutely.
recognize it. I was going through Walmart the other day and I showed Jacob this, but they had come out with a eyeshadow palette for Jurassic Park, and when you open it, it plays the theme song, and dinosaurs pop out at you.
It was a
Eyeshadow palette.
eyeshadow palette.
Mhm,
Really?
eyeshadow palette.
Does it have
Jurassic
the
Park theme.
Does it have the colors of the Dilophosaur?
I don't know.
No.
Well, you bought it, obviously.
No, I didn't because I'm poor.
And my disappointment continues. But, obviously with Jurassic Park, we're talking about like the main theme, but the whole score throughout the movie, it's not just the one song, as fantastic as it is, but the whole movie, the music is beautiful. It swells, it falls, it tugs at your heartstrings, it gets you like ready for an impactful moment. It's so good. John Williams, you magnificent bitch.
Okay, so sticking with the music, special award for best soundtrack. And of course, I'm talking about Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm.
Daniel Pemberton. There's not a bad piece of music in this soundtrack.
And the first time I watched it, I'm not sure there's a piece of music that I recognized, like that I was like, oh, I know that song or I know that artist. And so even without any recognition, I was like, man, this track, like this soundtrack slaps.
Mm-hmm.
It slaps. It bangs. It slaps while it bangs. It spanks.
It's hot fire.
It is.
Yeah.
It's hot fire.
Other slang words the kids use
That we're too old to be saying. I'll joke around with my kid and I'll say, oh man, that slaps. And she knows I hate this particular phrase. So every time I say, oh man, that slaps or that's hot fire, she'll say, oh yeah, that's the bomb.com. Immediately shuts me down. I'm like, oh,
You should have led with that.
Oh my goodness. That is a hot reference.
We have another special award for best film composer.
Now, this may seem like a bit of a given because our winner was John Williams. He was also 2 of the 4 nominees for the category, Mr. Williams. So this award does seem a bit obvious.
Yeah, and I mean, he's done so many great soundtracks throughout the years that are
Classics.
I mean, anytime you think of this composer, you're like, oh yeah, this, obviously he's done that one, Toy Story.
Mm.
Bug's Life.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Randy Newman.
Best film composer of all time.
He has a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
How dare you?
Gross.
Oh,
How dare you?
that song.
Ugh.
If I need a pick me up, I'll listen to that.
There you go.
Fun fact about me.
And she's single and ready to mingle, fellas.
That is not true, actually.
I mean, not yet, but
What does that mean?
nothing.
I feel like we have to move on.
Randy Newman.
Speaking of moving on, single and ready to mingle, fellas.
I have an award for the best use of dogs. And the nominees are Gremlins, The Thing, Last Voyage of the Demeter, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So, the winner is The Thing.
That was Randy Newman levels of obvious.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Now, this was a category created and requested by my wife / podcast mom. Thank you for dinner, by the way.
Yes, it was delicious.
It was very good.
Because she was like, you guys have a lot of movies that have dogs in them. And she loves dogs and dog movies and everything. You should talk about the dogs. I was like, okay. So we came up with a category featuring the movies that utilize dogs. And we wanted to look at it with how are the dogs used and portrayed in the films they're in. And John Carpenter's The Thing wins because they are, without a doubt, the strong... Like, all of these dogs in these movies are not really characters. Barney a little bit in Gremlins, but they all mostly serve a plot device role. And in John Carpenter's The Thing, they serve multiple plot devices. Because we open up with the Norwegians chasing the dog, and you're going, what in the hell is going on? Then we see the dog following people around the compound going, what the hell is going on? Then we get the opening transformation scene, so we see that dog is actually the monster. And then we see the other dogs acting around it, and it's just... There's not I don't think a stronger use. Especially, again, given that all of these dogs in these movies are predominantly plot devices.
Yeah, the other movies, you could pretty much take the dogs out and it doesn't change a whole lot.
Wouldn't matter.
No. In The Thing, it's pretty pivotal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because how do you introduce your creature, your monster, your primary conflict point of the film without killing off one of your characters right out of the gate? How do you keep the mystery alive and question every single person in the cast? Your monster doesn't start out as a person. It starts out as the dog.
Yeah, and what a creative way to kind of confuse the audience too, because the helicopter's flying over and they're trying to snipe this dog, and everybody's like, "What the hell did the dog do?"
Yeah.
So yeah, such a good choice with the dog. Okay, so worst creature award, and we have 3 nominees.
Oh.
The nominees are Dracula, Last Voyage of the Demeter,
If you could not break my presenters, that would be fantastic,
All
Sarah.
right.
excuse me,
Terrible,
pardon me.
terribly sorry.
Professionalism.
Professional.
Professionalism.
Gremlins from Gremlins. It's kind of given.
Hey, fuck you, man. I worked my ass off, and you're just gonna undercut me like that. I'll just take your cards away. You have this memorized, right?
Yeah, I got all those memorized.
Oh,
And Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park. And the winner is Dracula, Last Voyage of the Demeter.
I knew it.
What a waste.
3 words. Alopecia man-bat.
Mm. Yeah.
Or what a waste. Still 3 words. I like mine better, though.
I had to count that out on my fingers.
I saw, so
Yeah.
I was trying to help you out.
Thank you. Man, they had such a great opportunity to take an awesome character and make it their own,
Mm-hmm.
and they failed hard.
Yeah.
And we talked about this before, he looked like the Man-Bat from Batman the Animated Series
After,
with no pants.
Yeah.
and no hair.
No hair, and it's
Alopecia.
terrible.
Hairless.
Terrible.
It's like a hairless cat with wings.
Should have had a huge dick. Would have been better.
When
Yeah.
they show his full body,
Just
it's
dumb.
it's so bad. It makes him seem less threatening.
Yeah.
Actually.
Or when old Garen first turns around, he's got the spyglass, turns around, you just see Dracula's face and you go, oh, that's
Like
him?
got
A
that
wrinkly.
Joker
wrinkly-
smile,
Yeah.
almost. It's like, why?
It's so bad.
Wrinkly hairless cat.
Alopecia man-bat.
Alopecia
Yeah,
man-bat.
with wings.
with wings.
Yep. Yeah.
Terrible.
And he should have had a huge dick. Would have been better.
Oh. Okay. Moving on to best creature. So we're moving on to better things. Best creature. So the nominees are Godzilla from Godzilla -1, the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, Xenomorph from Alien, or The Alien, Turok from Avatar, The Thing from The Thing,
That seems a bit obvious. A bit of a given. I'm going to sit here and jerk off.
and the winner is The Thing from The Thing.
This one was so hard to pick because that list is it's a hall of fame of
It's
movie monsters
very impressive.
or creatures.
Very impressive, yes.
But I think what ultimately won, or why, I should say why, The Thing ultimately won, is you have an alien organism that can survive at a cellular level. if so much as a single cell is active, it is active. Then it latches on to a living host and kills them one cell at a time. But doesn't just kill them, simultaneously replicates itself into those cells and takes their form. Man, that's cool as hell.
Also, really creepy.
Oh, and done right, as it clearly was, you now have this thrilling, horrifying mystery as paranoia runs rampant, and you don't turn around and see the monster grinning at you like an asshole.
Hmm.
You know what? You know who did probably have a huge dick at some point? The Thing! Looking at you, Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes.
Tevis, you got anything? I mean, it's best creature. We're talking about The Thing.
Anytime I think about The Thing, I always go to, I can't remember the character's name, but the doctor is giving him the paddles. And then his chest opens up and takes the guy's arms off, and then the head falls off and scampers across the room like a spider because it grows those things out of the side of its head. Holy shit.
Or when they track Bennings down, but he's not completely done with the transformation. So his hands are these weird, grotesque claw things, and he turns around and just starts roaring, shrieking.
Terrifying.
It's horrible noise. You're just going, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's the imagination of coming up with the creature designs. Fantastic.
One more thing I want to touch on here that I think also aids to The Thing winning. The other nominees: Godzilla, T-Rex, Xenomorph, the big flying Torok thing from Avatar, which admittedly was pretty cool. The Thing could become any of them. You could have The Thing / Godzilla.
That would be terrifying as hell.
I just want to point that out.
Yeah.
I thought about that the other day.
And plus the other creatures are fairly similar. Like Godzilla and the T-Rex are fairly similar. Just one's bigger. The Turok is just a big lizard bird thing. The Thing has so many different forms. The imagination on that is just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
Okay. Moving on away from the creatures into the award for best fight scene. Moving into stunts, action, and combat. Now we're talking. We're done with that nerd stuff. Best fight scene. The nominees are Airplane Fisticuffs, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Championship Match, Rocky. Mr. Joshua Duel, Lethal Weapon. And the B&B from The Foreigner. And the winner is The Foreigner. It's Jackie Chan. Obviously.
I mean, you don't have really much of a choice when you have Jackie Chan thrown in there. It's like, oh shit, well.
And that whole sequence, you have 4 guys storm a B&B with the sole job to beat the crap out of Quan and then basically abduct him and throw him out of Ireland. And the 1-on-4 fight scene is they essentially tear this house apart. They're up on the roof at one point. That stair fall Jackie does is brutal. What a fantastic fight scene.
I would argue that's probably the best part of the whole movie.
What about when we get confirmation that he didn't kill the dog?
That or the incest adjacent love story.
It wasn't incest. It was incest.
Yeah,
Jason.
that was pretty hot.
hot.
Hard H.
The Anne Margaret Award for hot.
Moving on to best battle scenes. Nominees are Gladiator, Braveheart, and Avatar. I'm a little surprised at the winner here, but it looks like Avatar is the winner.
This one still sits wrong with me.
But you know it's right.
The dynamics of the gladiator battles or the Braveheart battles, you have humans fighting humans on ground. You know, there might be awesome fiery projectiles or chariots or horses or spears twice as long as a man, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know.
Your mother's been telling stories about me again.
Oh!
But I had to swallow so much vim and vigor. Just venom. I hate the movie. But when you look at it, you've got humans versus aliens, and there's flying war machines and mechs, and there's aerial combat, and there are so many different interplaying facets of combat in Avatar's battle scenes. It takes the category, much to my general displeasure. You know what? I'm gonna hold on. I have a pen. Hold on. Thank you. Just
There's no changing the award. It's already been said.
I'm making an executive decision. The jury is wrong.
The prisoners are wrong.
Again?
Always.
Right. So for best gunfight, best gunfight award, we have nominees: Die Hard, John versus Carl, Tombstone, OK Corral, Lethal Weapon, The Desert Showdown, and Young Guns, House Siege. And our winner goes to Tombstone at the OK Corral.
What else?
And man, it's so short, but so impactful.
And its brevity makes it all the more impressive. The buildup is phenomenal. The iconic shoulder to shoulder walk down the street. They're all clad in black. There's the roaring building fire behind them. It's the poster, for God's sakes. It's right there behind Sarah's shoulder. She looks to the left. Loomis. But then we get it, and it doesn't just explode into guns and chaos. They try to make an arrest. There's a dialogue. But then we see the interplay from previous interactions between different characters, and it culminates. And then Wyatt gives just an immortal line drop as right before it all goes to hell of, oh my God. And then it erupts. But then you've got the shotgun, good guys getting wounded, bad guys getting wounded, people are running off, like people in the gunfight are escaping and running off. Ike Clan's in the middle there, and he takes the gun and breaks out the window, and Doc's either he's shooting or he's fanning the hammer, and it's just they do so many different things, and there's so many mini stories being told within the overall story of the gunfight, being told within the overall story of the movie. And that they do all of that in such a short amount of time is impressive.
Very impressive, yes. Now we have the award for Best Stunt. Nominees are The Foreigner, The Stairfall, Gladiator, The Chariot Crash, Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Truck Sequence, Braveheart, The Horse Flips, Die Hard, fire hose leap, tombstone, the pistol whip, and the Fast and the Furious, the car flip. The winner for Best Stunt, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the truck sequence. Even watching this again for the pod, that entire truck sequence from start to finish is phenomenal. But when he gets thrown through the window, Indiana Jones gets thrown through the window of the truck, is basically straddling the front wheel, and his only option to get out of it, because the driver is barreling forward, going to crash into the car in front of him, is to crawl under the truck as it's driving all the way to the back. Then he shoves his whip up into the framework of the truck and is dragged by his whip, and then crawls back onto the truck, crawls over the truck into the cab, throws that guy through the window, and then ultimately runs him over.
So a stunt coordinator, Spielberg and Lucas sat down with the stunt coordinator and went, how many stunts can you conceivably do with a single truck? And the guy went, hold my beer.
It was awesome. So awesome. And the fact that the stunt man had so much trust in the driver of the truck. They dug a trench, and he's crawling with that trench lined up. But man, one false move, that truck, you have a splatted stunt driver or stunt man.
Oh yeah.
Wow, it's just impressive. I have nothing else to say. It's just impressive. Moving on to worst death. The nominees are Michelle Rodriguez from Avatar, Wayne Knight from Jurassic Park, John Briones? Briones? Is that how you say it?
I believe.
John Briones from The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and Richard Musser from The Thing. And the winner is Michelle Rodriguez from The Avatar.
They need navigational tools. They need GPS. We don't. No one knows how to fly these islands. Except you, Michelle Rodriguez. You fly these islands. You don't need any of that technology. You are the ace in the hole. You will bring the firepower.
Ultimately goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, going down. Flies roughly 15 seconds, shot down immediately. Going down.
How long was she actually in the sky?
15 seconds.
That's not counting how long of a spiral she was doing because she's in the cockpit with the sound just going crazy of all of her controls, and she's like, sorry guys, I wasn't there for you. I tried my best. I knew I could help, but my God, I was wrong.
We really needed all the missiles and shit on this airplane.
The entire time she's talking, I'm like, just get a parachute, jump out.
Just hit the ejector switch.
She needs the dramatic ending of her life.
She just keeps spinning and keep talking on the comms. Good luck, guys. Think of me when you take him down. Jake Sully's down there on the ground like, hit eject, bitch. What are you doing?
They're just copying Captain America when he crashes.
Yeah, but one of these characters had an ejector seat, and one of these characters did not have an ejector seat. One of these characters were built up as having special skills and training, and being the only human alive who can fly the battlefield without the aid of electronics. One of them wasn't.
She became the battlefield.
The battlefield came to her, apparently, and she just went down, and she went down, and, some say she's still falling.
And talking.
Some say she is still delivering her final words.
It reminds me of that scene in, I don't remember which Austin Powers movie it was, but that guard, Austin Powers, is driving that little steamroller thing.
Steamroll, the first one.
Yeah, the
International
guard
Man of Mystery.
Gets in front of him. He's like, no.
They're just like, move!
He's
Just
like,
get out of the
"Get out of the
way!"
way.
As he's 2 miles an hour, maybe. Just roll. No!
That's what I think of every time I think of Michelle Rodriguez's death in Avatar, or The Avatar.
The Avatar.
The Avatar.
Whew, now that that's out of the way, moving on to the award for Best Death.
Ooh.
These are the awards. This award goes to the villain that when they get it, it looks awesome. It elicits just the best feeling of just like, yeah, this is so satisfying. And our nominees are Johnny Ringo, Tombstone; Hans Gruber, Die Hard; Commodus, Gladiator; and Belloc, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And our winner is Hans Gruber, Die Hard.
I mean, I love the story behind the fall. They have him up there. And they're like, okay, we're going to let you go on 3. Okay. 1, 2. And then they let him go. So the look on his face is genuine shock and
Fear.
fright and fear and just terror. So that whole thing just makes the whole thing even much better for me.
And when he goes out, he's holding on to Holly by her watch. He's put John through hell. More than once, at least if you're me, you think this guy might get out of this. Like, he might, at minimum, survive. But then they get the watch off. Great scene. He falls, and the camera just follows him all the way down to a dull, sickening thud. And you just go, oh, ho, ho, ho. Now, I would like to point out that I'm pretty sure a 40-story fall, a human body 40-story fall onto concrete, there is nothing actually left.
Oh, no, he was fine. He got up and
Brushed
He
himself
walked it off.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's on the beach earning 20%.
That son of a bitch! We didn't see a body!
No, nope.
Not because there wasn't one, because it was completely obliterated. Because he made it out. And also, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace. Okay, so we're sticking with death. Have the award for most heartbreaking death. And the nominees are William Wallace in Braveheart, Maximus in Gladiator,
The Gladiator.
Fawn in Foreigner, Aaron Davis Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm.
Our winner is the William Wallace from Braveheart.
The Braveheart.
The Braveheart.
Man,
Where to start?
I think I talked about this on the podcast when we did Braveheart. Every time I've ever watched this movie, this death scene tears me up, gives me chills. And I thought, well, I've watched it so many times, maybe it won't this time. I was fucking wrong.
And you were
I had tears in my eyes, goosebumps on my arms, and then every once in a while, the tears would get too full out of the corner of my eye and then just roll down my face, and I look like a giant man baby. More than normal.
The slow man tear.
And all the nominees were fantastic, but man, William Wallace's death gets me every single time.
The lead up to it, the different sequences as it's happening, we see William Wallace get tortured. And I want to point out something too, is how effective it is for the audience to see a character we have followed and learned and fell in love with get tortured without the torture being over the top visually. We don't see him graphically get dismantled, right? Because you don't need to see it. That would actually lessen the emotional effect that the moment has. But we see him get tortured. He now sees Morin, his dead wife, coming essentially to get him. He looks out and makes eye contact with Hamish and Stephen, who have snuck into London to be there for their friend in his final moments. Everyone is begging him to plead mercy. The audience that hated him want him to plead mercy. His friends watching him get tortured are begging him to plead for mercy. The judge who sentenced him and was actually doing the spectacle, leading the spectacle of William Wallace's public torture, is like, come on, dude, like let's end this. Like, don't make us stop making us hurt you, right? Everyone wants him to cry mercy. And he gets one last word out, and it's freedom. Damn. I'm gonna go home and watch Braveheart now.
Yeah, the fact that his friends were there and they could not do anything to help him. And I always watched it thinking, well, maybe they would be upset with him if he said mercy or whatever. But then both of them are like, Jesus, just say it.
Mm-hmm.
Just say it. And like that part always gets me even more. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Man, such a heartbreaking death.
It is, in fact, the heartbreaking death.
All right, we got to move on or I'm going to start crying.
Okay, moving on to lighter things. Best Actress. So, nominees are Sigourney Weaver from Alien, Jennifer Connelly from A Beautiful Mind,
Oh, yeah.
Connie Nelson from Gladiator, Talia Shire from Rocky. And the winner is Jennifer Connelly from A Beautiful Mind.
Hell yeah, it is.
The J-bitch seal of approval.
Yes. That is not a derogatory term towards Jennifer Connelly. That is,
That's you.
I am J-bitch. I would happily take her name
First and last.
first and last. I would bring her Russell Stover's.
Oh, breaking the wallet out.
The big box.
The big box.
The one that comes with the map. So you don't have to eat the gross one.
Yes.
Oh.
And I would give it to her sealed in the box with the plastic.
Oh, you wouldn't
So,
sample
wait,
any.
I
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
sample
open
any.
it
Nope.
first?
Nope.
Nope.
No samples taken.
Okay.
That's romance.
Real, true love right here.
Jennifer, he's just an email, a phone call, a text message, a comment on the... we know you listen.
I mean,
We know you're a listener. We know you're a follower. Just comment. He's yours.
give the fluffy guy a chance.
I don't like that. Nope, I don't like that descriptor at all. Let's move on.
All right, moving on to the award for Best Actor in a Feature Film. Nominees are Kurt Russell for Tombstone, Mel Gibson for Braveheart, Alan Rickman, Die Hard, Jack Nicholson for The Shining. And the winner for Best Actor goes to Alan Rickman.
You want to take a moment to just let the applause for Alan Rickman come. Just my God. That is a stacked list of actors, their roles, and the movies those roles are in. And yet Alan Rickman wins because when you watch Die Hard, it could literally be renamed the Alan Rickman movie.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. If and when they decide to remake Die Hard, whoever has that role of Hans Gruber,
Nope.
no,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah.
Every other role, all those other movies, if they remade Tombstone, if they remade Braveheart, if they remake The Shining, filling those shoes of Kurt Russell, Mel Gibson, Jack Nicholson, that would be difficult. Filling the shoes of Alan Rickman as Hans Gruber is impossible.
I 100% agree.
And I stand by that. And God, he was taken too soon. But Alan Rickman, this one's for you. Best actor. Now for something completely different.
Mm.
There's a Monty Python reference for everyone.
Oh.
I would like to give the award for most attractive performer. And the nominees are Jennifer Connelly, gorgeous. Anne Margaret, hot. Beverly D'Angelo, smoking. And Mel Gibson. And the winner is Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, I would like to personally award you this not at all questionably looking trophy for most attractive. Normally, all these other awards are being mailed out to whoever has agreed to receive them. But for some reason, there was some kind of issue with the post office and getting this one shipped out. Your other awards are coming, but I do need to deliver this one to you personally. So just hit me up, and we'll figure out a time. We'll get together so I can personally award you with this most attractive award.
Nobody is surprised.
Jake's going to be hit with an award for biggest
Dick?
I totally drew a blank.
Sure. I will proudly Mel Gibson.
Biggest lawsuit again.
Mel Gibson, I just want you to know that I am now proudly accepting the Tevis Award for biggest penis. If that swayed you into getting in touch with me sooner, so I may personally deliver your most attractive award.
I was looking for the word restraining order.
Oh, yes.
That's 2 words?
Yeah, well, I was looking for the phrase restraining order.
Mm.
Yeah, it was difficult.
I'm not dangerous.
No.
No, he's perfectly calm.
Perfectly calm and stable.
All right, thank you. All right. 40 down, 3 to go. We are at arguably the most important awards of the year. The only other 2 that we've given out that are arguably this important are Best Actor, Alan Rickman, and Mel Gibson's Most Attractive Award, obviously.
Mm.
But this is it. This is the highest echelon of the ticket price awards.
And starting that is the award for Turd of the Year. The turdiest movie to ever turd the earth.
And the award for Best Saraism, Turdiest. The Turdiest Award.
Yes.
That's going on the board.
The nominees are The Last Voyage of the Demeter, Avatar, The Fast and the Furious, and The Shining. Please bring me the envelope.
Worst envelope sound effect. And the award for worst envelope sound
The
effect.
turdiest.
The turdiest
Envelope.
envelope.
Excuse me. I have to read the winner here.
Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me. Professionalism. The winner is The Fast and the Furious. Congratulations. You are the turdiest movie in the earth.
In the earth. There's another Saraism. You know what? Maybe it's good we've already watched The Fast and the Furious, and maybe it's good we've already done our first award show. Because they have vacuumed up every worst award, or just about. And now that's out of the way. That's out of the way. We've gotten all this garbage, all these turds. But no, I think far and away the single worst movie, top to bottom, front to back, we have covered on the show is The Fast and the Furious. This movie has no redeeming qualities.
This movie gave me waterfalls of strokes.
It was a babbling brook of aneurysms.
I woke up on the ground drooling at one point. The only reason I woke up is because I heard Ja Rule scream "Menage."
Monica!
And then
Rewriters.
Then I was so pissed that I woke up because I had to finish watching the damn movie.
You
But
went
yeah.
over the Niagara Falls in a barrel of strokes. Survived, woke up, and realized, oh wait, there's another bigger waterfall just ahead.
Yeah, there's still 40 minutes left in this movie. And yeah, Sarah, you pointed out 3 writers.
And not only that, but continuation of the series.
9 sequels as of this recording and 1 spinoff.
Gross.
Gross.
I honestly can't believe that many people wanted more of this.
It's because they're morons.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Everyone was waiting for me to say it, and I didn't.
People are morons.
People are morons.
They like blood sausage.
Not Gary Busey. You know, I found out that whole thing is a deep fake.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not actually Gary Busey.
Oh, no.
But yeah, it's a deep fake. But here's the thing. Gary Busey is so just off the rails, no one questions it. They're like classic Busey.
Like, dang, yeah, Crazy Teeth is off the rails.
Teeth. What? I mean, yeah, he's got he's got large chompers, but some people have big teeth.
Yeah, but he's crazy.
Yeah, but his teeth aren't crazy.
They are part of him, so now they're crazy teeth.
Wow.
There you go.
There we go.
Moving on. Our next award is Disappointment of the Year. The nominees are...
Well, are you going to explain? Are you going to preface it?
Oh, yes. I guess I should explain what the award is. This award goes to the movie that when we chose it out of the hat, we had high hopes for. We were excited to watch it. We were excited to talk about it. And then we watched it.
And then we watched it.
So the nominees for Disappointment of the Year: Young Guns, The Shining, The Last Voyage of the Demeter, and 1978 Halloween. The winner, The Last Voyage of the Demeter.
No question.
This was a movie when I first watched the trailer. I got alien vibes. I was so excited. One, I really wanted to see it in the theater. I am so glad I didn't. I had such a cool atmosphere to work with, a setting to work with, a creature to work with. And they killed it all. The characters were easily forgettable. The creature design was poor, and that's putting it mildly. Even the atmosphere was too damn dark. You couldn't see a damn thing. And then when you did get to see it, you're like, oh God, never mind, put that back.
Turn the lights off again.
Yeah. No, I remember sitting in your living room watching this, and the first jump scare, I was, oh no, we're in for some trouble here. So yeah, that's a deserving award.
It was pretty disappointing because I think this is like the first Dracula movie that had it like before he came to London.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's like a reference to the original storyline, and they just they have a reference to the book, but then they didn't follow the book.
Not even just not follow the book, like they just threw away the lore,
Yeah,
threw all that out the window. And it's like, what's the point of taking this character and just make up your own character then? Just put a creature on a ship.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be Dracula? If you're not going to follow the freaking story of Dracula, then don't put him in your movie.
Mm.
You know that moment you could feel your blood pressure going up? I'm not even checking my pulse. I could just feel my heart beating faster and angrier. Because now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this movie again. So, first of all, written by Bragi Shutt Jr., way to fucking go. All you had to do was create a screenplay based off the shortest chapter in a literary classic. You had free reign to do whatever you wanted, as long as you followed a few but very important guidelines. And you fucked it up. Directed by Andrei Avradal, you were given one of the single greatest mythological creatures ever created. One of the most important literary and cinematic figures ever to exist. You were given one of the most perfect settings for a horror movie, and you fucked it up. And the worst thing about you guys, as failures at your craft, failures at your job, is you got me excited for this hunk of shit. That's the worst part, is how many people out there like me saw what this could be, got excited, watched it, and just left going, that's what they did? That's what they did. So, special shout out to the writer and director of this complete horseshit of a movie.
Well said.
Well, yeah.
Moving on. We've arrived. I hold in my hand our final envelope for our last award, the ultimate award. Both that it is the last one and that it is the most important one. And of course, I'm talking about the Golden Ticket Price Award. This award goes to not just the best movie we've talked about on the show thus far, but the movie that is the most worth your money. If you have not given your money, honestly, to any of these movies, nominees included, you should. But then you should give more money to the winner. And the nominees are Godzilla -1, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Braveheart, and Tombstone. And the winner is Godzilla -1. So much debate among our presenters, among our jurors,
Our prisoners.
our prisoners,
Yeah.
random people that I asked this question to with no context. The debate If this had been on the Senate floor, covered on C-SPAN, C-SPAN would have probably become the #1 network in its time slot. The debate was that fired. And Godzilla takes the award because it did something within the 70 years that this series has existed that it had never successfully done this like this since its original. It is a movie that did genuinely come out in 2023. That helped too. But it has all the action of the other nominees. It has all the memorable and lovable characters of the other movies that were nominated. It packs all the emotional punch of the other nominees. And yet it does all of that in a story so well crafted, beautifully thought out, and wonderfully told in 97 minutes. And for those of you who are not native Japanese speakers, in a foreign language to boot. When you weigh all of that together, there really isn't a question. The Golden Ticket Price Award goes to Godzilla -1.
For me, this movie did something that no Godzilla movie has ever done. Made me feel for the characters. It got me emotionally involved in every aspect of when something good happens, when something bad happens to them, when something tragic happens. Normally it's just, okay, get to Godzilla. But there was a point in this movie I almost forgot I was watching a Godzilla movie. And then when Godzilla showed up, I was kind of shocked. I'm like, what the? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. It's fucking Godzilla -1. I mean, he's going to be in it. And like you said, it's in a foreign language. So it's subtitled. So they did all of that with me not speaking the language, having to read the actual film. And I'm not a big fan of subtitles because it kind of takes my eyes away from the actual screen because I got to pay attention and read. But I never once felt taken out of this movie. The visual effects of Godzilla they're phenomenal. When he's chasing after that boat in the water, oh my god, and he just coming up and the damage on his face when they, throw the charges at him, and when he charges up his attack and blows up the town. Holy cow. Not only was that moment amazing to see, but it was heartbreaking as well because of the characters that were involved. I dare say no other monster movie has ever made me feel like that.
Oh, not a chance. Not a single chance.
No. Not just a Godzilla movie, but a
Anything.
King Kong, Pacific Rim, any of that.
Cloverfield. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
And all done on $15 million.
Mm-hmm. 97 minutes.
I hope I can watch the black and white version. Did you hear what they're calling it?
It's Godzilla -1 minus color.
Yes, that is awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, I want to see that so bad.
So my dad has yet to see this movie. You and I saw it together in theaters, and I spilled all my popcorn. I was real bitter about it.
Mm.
After the episode aired, it was still in theaters, and my wife and I were able to get a babysitter and had a date night. And she said, after listening to our showdown and hearing me rave about it, 'cause all I could do for like 3 days, she's like, I have to see this movie. So I said, okay. So I paid for this movie a second time. Actually, a second and third time if you count my wife's ticket. I am already on the hunt for theaters that are carrying Godzilla -1 minus color to take my dad to see. So if that happens, I will have given this movie its ticket price 5 times. And I regret nothing.
I kind of hope when they do release it on Blu-ray, my pocketbook hopes the color and the black and white are together.
Yeah.
But I honestly kind of hope they're separate. just so I can have both copies in my collection. Because I am totally buying this. Totally buying this.
Well, you know what? Your pocketbook will probably be better off once you woo Jennifer Connelly and change your name to Jennifer Connelly.
That's true. That's true. Here's hoping.
I mean, I'm not saying that you're marrying her for her money, because it's for love.
Oh, absolutely.
But I think real Jennifer Connelly, not you, real Jennifer Connelly can probably afford both copies of the movie.
Yeah, maybe she'll give me both copies for my birthday.
Well, greedy. You got birthdays,
Well,
you got
birthday and
Christmas,
then
you got
Christmas,
anniversaries,
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. Spread them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Greedy.
I know.
The money's already going to your head.
No, I'm already spending it.
Wow. She hasn't even contacted you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Coming.
Right.
I feel like I'm getting an email right now. It's the most romantic way to woo somebody is through email.
It's just as romantic as sliding into DMs.
What was that Tom Hanks movie?
You got mail?
You got mail. There it is. Oh man.
Sarah, do you have any comments about
I have not seen Godzilla
out.
-1.
get out? Get out. Get out. Leave.
I-
Nope. Get up.
I'm tied to
Nope.
the chair. I'm one of the
Tevis,
prisoners.
roll it away from me. So now I will be taking my father and Sarah to Godzilla -1 minus color.
He might have some questions if I'm tied to the theater chair.
It'll be dark. Nobody will see.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. Well, with that being said, it's time to bring the first ever Ticket Price Award show to a close. I would like to once again thank my fellow presenters, Tevis and Sara, for joining me on this monumental and historic moment. And I want to thank all of the movies and everyone involved in those movies that gave us so much fun, laughter, excitement, and heartache that we felt the need to craft this award show and give these awards out. Special thanks to Mel Gibson.
I knew it.
Everything he has done, continues to do. And I would like to take a moment as well and go full Willy Wonka for everyone involved in The Fast and the Furious and The Last Voyage of the Demeter. You lose. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You are a travesty to the human race. And I hope you all have a special place in hell for it. These movies are the worst. That being said, thank you everyone for listening. I am Jake. We are Ticket Price. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Hit us up in the Q&A. Favorite jokes, favorite awards given out, the award, or who you think should have won awards. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. We'll chat about it. And as always, be good to each other. Unless it's anyone involved with the Fast and the Furious and the Last Voyage of the Demeter, in which case you should pelt them with stones from the sidewalk.
I do not condone that.
Kick him in the balls.
Yeah! Grab them by
Oh.
their nuts and apply the appropriate amount of twist and pull till they either quit because they're bad at their jobs or they get much, much better, much, much faster. Thank you all. Regular content, as always, is on its way. We are Ticket Price, Jake Tevis, special guest Sara joining us today. Be good.